if you have a hairstylist, you have a makeup artist, you have
Like
a
just a
stylist
stylist,
coordinator, and all that, you're gonna be with them for a good amount of time, especially if you're on
for
tour and
sure.
whatnot. You're gonna see like a lot of different me's. You know what I mean? You're gonna see a
Mm.
lot of different parts of me, and the bad sides and the good sides. But if you have more bad than good, that's just gonna get out for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
But I think it's also hard, and they're like really hard on celebrities sometimes. Because let's say you go to like a show or you go to perform, and there are staff or people behind the stage that you only meet like once, right? And let's say you're having a horrible day, like or something terrible
Oh
happened,
yeah, yeah,
and you're in a
yeah.
bad mood, and they
Yeah.
just judge you off of that one time, and they'll like say like, "Oh, I met her, I worked with her, like she's such a," bitch," or like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's so rude," like
Yeah.
like that. Like that's kind of unfair.
It is, but I feel like it comes with the job too.
Yeah, you have to
That's the
always
crappy
be
part.
You gotta be always on
professional.
your A game.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta smile even if
24/7.
you don't want to smile.
Irene.
Since this situation is getting really out of hand for the worst, I thought I would talk about it, especially since Red Velvet is an ultimate group of mine. So, hi to everybody. Today we'll be talking about Irene and everything that's been happening with her lately, and basically just, I don't know, rant about it because I've got things to say as, as a stan of Red Velvet and as somebody who has loved Irene and the group for a really, really long time. Also, this video is not being scripted, so I hope you don't mind that I'm speaking from the heart and just giving my opinions rather than, being detailed and structured or whatnot. And yeah, let's begin. So in case you don't know, oh my god. So what happened recently is that Irene from Red Velvet, what happened is that a stylist of Irene's recently came out publicly and said that she was very rude and disrespectful behind the scenes, and because of this, Irene issued a public apology on her Instagram, and now knetz, despite the apology, is still pretty mad at Irene, and this issue just sadly is not dying down in Korea. Now, a lot of people have been siding with Irene, and a lot of, former stylists and people have also been voicing support for Irene, which I think is really, really good. And since so many people are siding with Irene, and since Irene did hold herself accountable, and since Irene did genuinely apologize on her Instagram with 6 million followers, it literally says a lot. Like, Irene could have just swept this under the rug and posted a very vague apology and just done that, but no, she chose to speak out and, admit her mistakes in front of, a lot of people and make it public to not only people in Korea, but also to her international fans. And that literally says a lot about her character. And there are so many K-pop idols that do way much worse than this, and they don't apologize, or they don't even get the opportunity to apologize for something like this. So I really appreciate Irene for doing this. Do I support what she did? Am I okay with what she did? No, because even if people are saying that the stylist did this out of spite or the stylist did this because she was jealous, I'm still not going to stay here and be like, oh, Irene did nothing wrong. But I also want to say that Irene is a human being at the end of the day. Yes, she's an idol, but she's still a human being, and we all have our rough days. I'm not saying that she should have reacted or talked to the stylist the way she should have, but seriously, that one interaction does not sum up Irene's character, and I feel like that is a lot of things people are failing to see. Just because this one thing happened with Irene, it doesn't mean that she's a terrible person. And in case, okay, let me give you an example. Like, you remember when Leah Michelle thing happened where, one of her co-stars called her out on her on one of her microaggressions, and after that so many people came out and talking crap about Leah Michelle. Well, that did not happen to Irene. In fact, so many people were supporting Irene. So yeah, if many stylists or many people were coming out, voicing, their stories about Irene, then maybe it would have been, a pattern with her, but so far it doesn't seem like that's the case. It's just one person, and even Irene is supposed to be the lead for a movie, Double Patty, and even the Double Patty people are backing her up and supporting her more than her own company, which just says a lot. And another reason why I think this situation is so freaking unfair is because Irene is a successful woman, and because of that, people are taking this opportunity to bring her down, spreading misinformation and painting her as a bully when that couldn't be further from the truth. Now, as a fan of Red Velvet, I have never gotten any weird vibes from Irene. I never saw herself as something bad, but that's just me. And I don't think that people should villainize her for one thing she did. And a lot of people were also saying that, oh, she only apologized because she got caught. Then, well, she did not get caught exactly. The stylist could have settled this matter personally, could have reached out to Irene and settled this personally, but no, she chose to make it public, okay? So that's also the stylist, making this a public matter. And Irene issued an apology, I think, on the day the incident occurred. So that just literally says a lot. And another thing is that, women in K-pop, honestly, they have it the hardest. Let's be real, okay? A male K-pop idol could have sexual assault charges on him or sexual assault allegations or whatnot, and they could still, people in Korea would not make a huge deal about it. And then you have Irene. She makes this one itty-bitty mistake, and now she's being villainized and painted as like a horrible, horrible person, as some diva that mistreats her staff or whatnot, and that couldn't be further from the truth. If many stories about Irene were surfacing, then of course I wouldn't be sitting here and defending Irene or talking about it. What I'm saying is that the issue has been resolved. Irene has talked to the stylist, personally apologized to them on the matter, and I think people should just stop, giving this issue so much attention, because this is between Irene and the stylist. We're still fans at the end of the day, and I just don't like how people are constantly attacking Irene. Like, she's still a human being, and because she is a human being, let's be honest with ourselves. Are we perfect 24/7? Like, when we're talking to our parents or our siblings or people in general, do we always talk to them in the most positive and respectful way possible? Sometimes we snap at them. Sometimes we, get mad at them, and I'm not saying that's right, but that's humans in a nutshell. Okay, we cannot be nice, perfect, calm all the time. And Irene was having a lot of issues on stage. It was the same stage where Wendy got hurt and almost, she got really badly hurt, and there were technical issues, and her outfit was uncomfortable. So of course Irene was mad, and just because she voiced her opinions, now she's being villainized, and I'm just not absolutely here for it. And it's literally so stupid that people want Irene to leave Red Velvet. Like, are you freaking kidding me? If you really have that big of an issue with Irene, then I don't know, stop standing Irene, stop standing Red Velvet altogether, because Irene is a big part of Red Velvet. And if she leaves Red Velvet because some of y'all just don't want to accept her apology, then I don't know, that's your problem, okay? Like, yes, you can be disappointed at Irene. Maybe as a fan, you're disappointed she did something like that. That's completely understandable. But, signing petitions for her to leave the group, publicly voicing, her leaving the group, that's just not right. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. I don't think it's right for you guys to do that, okay? Irene is a very caring leader. She has been looking after Red Velvet for so long. But yeah, that's everything that I wanted to say about the Irene thing. I really hope Irene is doing well. And I have nothing against the stylist, because I have no idea what really happened behind closed doors. But what I think matters the most is that Irene did apologize. She did, hold herself accountable, and she is making amends. And I think that alone says a lot about our character. I'm not here to convince you guys to forgive Irene or to see Irene in a new light if you guys hate her now. What I'm trying to say is that stop attacking her, okay? She's a human being at the end of the day. Just stop dragging her. This is not good for her mental health, and just move on. If you're disappointed, fine, but just stop, okay? It's getting stupid and ridiculous at this point. But yeah, that's everything I need to say. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.